Thanks for tuning in. This is Optibotimus Coach with another video review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Minicon Assault Team, which I don't know why they just don't put his combined name, because that's how they have him. His combined form is named Curatron, so I don't know why they did that, but you got the comic book from IDW there. You do see the three members of the team. Because I don't know much about minicons or anything of that nature, I don't know if this guy's an Autobot or if he's a Decepticon. He does have, I'm guessing, a Minicon logo here on the inside. He also has that right up there on the actual comic, and then you come around here to the back, and then you can see that his three different modes made up of Windshear, which is a helicopter, Heavy Tread, which is a tank, and Runaway, which is a jet, combined to form Curatron. And it says, when you need a target reduced to a smoldering heap of scrap metal, the Minicon Assault Team has the power to get it done. Their combined Curatron mode is an unstoppable unit of pure destructive force, a walking weapon said to have the power of 100 warriors. Now, like I said, because I don't know anything about minicons other than they're little tiny things that I guess they like enhance the power of Transformers or something, I just never got into the world of the minicons with the Unicron trilogy or anything like that. So for me, I honestly might just consider this as being my Cronus Prime, which is one of the 13 primes and is known as being the first minicon. So I guess maybe I can do that. I don't know, although he's composed of three different minicons, so I have no idea how to actually view this figure, but there's the packaging for it, very similar to what we've gotten before. So without further ado, let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Okay guys, so here we have the Minicon Assault Team opened up and out of its packaging, and as you can see, they're in their various vehicle modes. Now, starting things off first, we're going to take a look at Windshear. As you can see, he's this little itty-bitty helicopter, and it's pretty cool, I guess. I'm a little like Windshear and, well, I forgot the other guy's names. The names are confusing me. Runway. This is Runway. This is Heavy Tread. Windshear and Runway I probably like a little bit more than I like Heavy Tread. Heavy Tread is really kind of goofy, but Windshear, he's not too bad. The cannon here is a little bit oversized, obviously, for how small of a helicopter he is, but it's not bad. I mean, honestly, these are basically legend size figures, so I'm not expecting a heck of a lot. But I still feel like I'm a little bit let down with them. They're fun, and you're getting all three of them for a deluxe price, so I guess it's not too bad. You can see that he's got the minicon symbol. They all have the minicon symbol somewhere on them. You got Heavy Treads here is on the side of them, whereas Runway is actually on his wing, and that's one of the problems with them. They're all individually good and bad at the same time. I do like the propellers. You got them going around, and like I said, you got the big gun here that can't, well, the whole thing comes off. That's one of the problems. It's not very secure on here, so it stays, but it can't pop off from time to time. So there you have them. It's a simple helicopter mode. To transform them, you just take the tail thing here, fold that back. You're gonna leave these propellers like this for this robot mode. Then separate the arms from the side like that, and then extend the legs down. That don't pull on that, because that apparently makes the whole thing fall apart. Pull the legs down. Take this section, rotate that down and around, and here you have Windshear in his robot mode. I do wish that this could go up a little bit further, but it doesn't bother, or it doesn't really affect things. It's almost like it creates another tail or something for him, so it's not bad. Really, it isn't. It's just kind of there, I suppose. And then you can take the gun and you can put this in the little pegs on either side. You got one on this side, you got one on this side. But a decent looking figure. The head is static. You're not going to get any articulation with there. The shoulders here are articulated. They're on ball joints, so you get that for a range of motion. The hips are on ball joints. Nice range of motion there. And then the knees articulate. So decent level of articulation on on this guy. I can't complain. I mean, kind of has the Transformers Prime Starscream legs where it kind of looks like they're heels, but there you have Windshear. Then coming over to Runway, again, kind of a jet, almost looks like a Raptor. Kinda, sorta. The problem that I have with this one is these, you got little pegs right there on the side that are supposed to go in there, and they really don't. They just honestly just go in there. They don't lock in. There's no friction. There's no tightness when you're putting them in there, so it's kind of an annoyance. And then these ball joints, they just pop off ridiculously easy here. They don't seem to go in there very sturdily at all, but a decent looking jet. It's small. He's got a little minicon part right here that if you had a minicon, which it's kind of weird, a minicon attaching to a minicon. I don't know. I guess you could do that. Same thing with here. You got that, but these are actually, they're going to combine later on, so I'll show you that here in a second. To transform this little dude, you're gonna take this off, come around here, these legs extend down just like that. Take this, fold this forward, you're going to create little feetums for them. Rotate this down and around, and oh, look, there's Runway. That's it. You can take this gun, as I said, put this on either one of his arms. Again, they have the pegs or the holes on both sides, so no problems there. And there you have the jet Runaway. Now, the weakest of them, it's probably Heavy Tread. He's a tank, and tank mode, he looks pretty good. He's got 4 wheels. He's got 2 on the outside and the back section, and then he's got 2 middle ones. He's got the little scoop thing, but everything is locked into place. I mean, it rolls, but everything is locked here, so you're not getting a lot of options with this. He can point down with that, and that's about it for his articulation here. To transform this guy, you just take these arms, split these. In the process, you should take these, rotate these side bits down first, and I pulled his gun completely off, so putting this back on there, you're going somewhere around here, like that. No, here. Oh, he holds it. I'm sorry. Golly gee. There you go. So when you pull these down, you then straighten out these little feet, both sides. Rotate this out. The whole thing detached. So keep that locked together. And here's Heavy Tread. Yeah, this is it. If you take this off, it looks a little bit better, but this guy is insanely. The entire thing with these is they're meant to combine, so they're not overly spectacular looking. I'm going to take these weapons, set these off. They're meant to look better in their combined form than anything. Why don't you want to stand here? I'm going to put these back. Maybe that'll help you stand a little bit more. Well, maybe. But so yeah, they're meant to combine and have that look going for them. But for me, it's just really weird. I mean, these are definitely not the selling point for this figure. These two guys, Runway and Windshear here, are actually good figures. I don't mind them. Heavy Tread is just really weird looking. And what's kind of strange is he has a very animated Megatron face sculpt. Let me see if I can get in there and show you some of that. I mean, you can kind of see how he's got like a little monocle thing going there. I mean, his face, it just reminds me of animated Megatron. But he's just this very stout, weird-looking dude, and I don't know. For his articulation, his shoulders here are on ball joints, but they're a little bit lower than his shoulder. They're almost down by his abdomen. I guess his head can look up and down, and then he sort of moves forward and back here at the hips. But again, the main selling point is the combined form for these guys. So taking this, and then you can combine the gun. And honestly, I forgot exactly how it is supposed to. I think that's how it's actually supposed to be, something like this, or that's turned upside down, but that doesn't go up there all the way. But it does look I guess, a little bit better here. So, but there's his gun. So setting that off to the side. All right, and then bringing these guys together, what we're gonna do is start off with heavy tread here, and I'm only doing that because he's the legs form, so we're gonna like go from the bottom up. To get him into his leg mode, you take these and you go like that, and that's it. Oh, and then you split them, and I guess this is the front of them, so literally there's Curatron's legs. All right, now for Runway, it's a little bit more involved, really not too terribly much. You want to take this, lift this section up just like so, and then you're going to get these arms out of the way. You're going to split these and pull these down. And I see that my camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. Make it a little bit better for you guys. And pull his arm. You could see, like I mentioned before, the arms popping off is a problem with this figure. Hopefully it's only mine, but it's something that is obnoxious. So just taking these out, rotating these out just like so. Then you take these arms and pop them off. You can tell it's frustrating, but you tuck these in just like so. You're going to rotate these bits here back like that, and obviously there's his hands. Then you just take these, rotate these around, and here you have his arms, or his torso, and you flip it upside down, and there it is. I mean, you can tuck that up like so, but you're gonna come around here. You got this little behind Runway's head is this little square sort of peg that's what's gonna go in there. So you take that, and then his head goes into his crotch area, which is kind of unfortunate, but there's his his legs and his torso. So you can see how it's actually starting to come together. And again, his arm. Oh, this is really frustrating. Keep this up here. That's gonna require some fixing, and it annoys me that I have to do it. So setting that there. Now we're gonna come to Windshear here, and this is the part where you take his propellers. You're going to straighten those out just like so. Take this entire section, kind of grab hold of it, pull this back, kind of lift this forward, lock that into place, and fold this down. Here's his head. Fold that up just like that. Take these and, well, bring this back down. Come on, there you go. There we go. Push that right down, just like so. And again, here's the other problem with this one, that it just pops off way too easily. I mean, like I said, they're legend-sized figures, so you're not getting a lot, but it really feels like the quality is reduced with some of these. So you're going to take this and you're going to bring this up, and you're going to peg this to the top peg. You got a lower peg right down here, and then you got another one right here that just bring this all the way up, kind of angle that and push that in like so. Do that on this side as well. Bring this all the That is so frustrating. Okay, so then you just take these legs, you're going to leave these literally out to the side. You can see how much it just flops around and doesn't really sturdily lock into place. So we're just going to leave it dangle right there, at least for now, because it's not going to stay up anyhow. Then just bring this in. You got this little peg, fits into this hole. Bring that down and line it up. And keep these arms tucked in so it actually works, and boom, just like that. And then this, like I said, kind of sits there. You got this bit right here. Take this whole section here will fold down. You got a little rectangular slot right there on his back that is going to push into. Kind of locks everything together, holds it together a little bit better. And then bring these legs down, angle these up just like so. And here you have Curatron in his robot mode, and you can't see him because I'm cutting off his head. So how about I angle up? There you go. And yeah, here we have Curatron. This is a better figure than I think the individual modes of them are, but it's still, I don't know. It's obviously a hodgepodge of different parts and things like that. And honestly, I don't even know if this is supposed to be up like that or not, because I think it looks better like that. So I'm just going to leave it like that. But it looks better, I think, and I guess you can angle these up and around, than the individual forms of him that make him up. But it's still just, it feels cheap, I guess. I shouldn't say that. I don't like saying the word cheap, but it just doesn't feel like a solid figure. Things tab in well. I'm just not overall very pleased with how it turned out. It's kind of a weird looking thing. You do have his weapon here that you can just bring in here, peg into his hand. So you have that. But it's even the gun just is like a hodgepodge of things. The head doesn't rotate or anything like that, so it's stuck just looking forward. Now the shoulders here are on ball joints, so you get a nice range of motion there, but they're very thin and spittily, and that just popped out again. That drives me nuts. And I can't even get that really back up there, so it's gonna stay like that. The shoulders here, or the elbows here, move forward and back. Nothing at the waist or wrists. Nothing at the waist. The hips move forward and back, but again, it feels like he's got a very long torso, so his legs look a little bit squat, I think. But they move forward and back, in and out, kind of. It kind of gets limited there, and then they bend at the knee. But you got this bit heavy treads arms here in the back, so you can't really get them bending them back too terribly far. So it's a better combiner, I think, than we've gotten before from Hasbro, but it's still nothing that really impresses me. For a size comparison, you can see here's Megatron. He is about a deluxe size, so that's really kind of where they get that from, I guess. I really don't feel like it's a solid figure, and he's kind of weird looking, honestly. So beyond that, that's about it. So for going back to his individual modes, you just kind of bring these arms out, take this whole section, bring these legs out, bring this section out, and then pull this away, set that off to the side, and we'll just go ahead and transform him. Again, we're going to his helicopter, so straighten that out. Then you want to take these arms, bring these down, and peg them on the lower section here. Like I said, you got a peg up here, and you got a lower peg right down there, so tab that in, if I can see it. There we go. Bring these legs up like so, split this. Oh, well, I should take his head and tuck that away. Bring that up, tuck that down, bring that up, bring that down, and then rotate these around. And here you have Windshear back in his helicopter mode. And again, if you want to, you can take the gun here, and you can take this off. Make sure that that cockpit stays up there. And you can peg this underneath here for his weapon. And we're going to take the plane guy. I forgot his name. I'm not even going to care to look it up. It's terrible. I shouldn't be so blah about it, but I really am. I'm just not that impressed. We're going to rotate this all the way around, bring these arms out like so, bring this up, and these are going to tuck up and under like that, kind of pushing it all the way in there. There you go. Bring them together. Bring come around to the back. I'm sorry. You take these, fold these down, and then bring the legs up. Tuck those underneath the torso, just like that. Wait, do I have it? I have no idea. No, what's going on? Why is it? No. Why don't you want to tuck? There we go. Tuck that in, then keep that locked up like so. Take this bit here, and this is, I guess I should say that this gun, I was going to say that this is the only weapon that really is needed to complete the vehicle mode, but actually this one does as well. So take that, peg that in there like so, and like I said, just bring these arms down, kind of line them up with these little side things. And there you have the jet guy. And then take these, bring this out, peg that together. Then you take this and you'll peg this right there in his hand. Bring this over here. Tuck this in, squeeze that together. Fold these little scoop things out. Rotate the tank treads all the way back. Do that on that side as well. Tuck that in. Keep that tucked up, and here you have heavy tread, and you have the Minicon assault team transform back into their vehicle modes. Now individually, I think they are all fairly decent. Like I said, Windshear and Runway are probably my favorite. Heavy Tread just really is goofy looking, I think. The transformations on them are all very simple. As I said, they are about legend scale, both in size and their actual complex transformation. So fairly simple to transform. And I do think it's cool that you can actually combine them, despite the fact that the combined form I don't really think comes together all that well. Although I will say it's a lot better than what we gotten previously with some like the Power Core combiners. These are definitely better than those, but I still think that they're missing the mark on these combined transformers. Overall, I really only think that this is a set that you guys should pick up if you really are a completionist or have a very big connection to mini-cons. For me, I'm not all that impressed, and these are definitely not going to be staying in my collection. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find out recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews all at facebook.com/teambotimus and by following me over on Twitter at twitter.com/optibotimus. Also, don't forget to check out my new website at optibotimusreviews.com. And if you like this review, don't forget to please rate, subscribe, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.